Okay, guys, hello. It tells me I'm live, but let me just refresh my page so I can make sure that everything connected as it should. And here we are. Welcome. All right, look at this pile of stuff I have in front of me. And I just want to start by telling you this week was the first week of the new promotion by Stampin' Up! For September. It is called Weekly Deals. And I'm going to show you some of this week's products. Now, remember, this started on September 1st, and the products are scheduled to refresh tomorrow. So today is like the last chance at some of these products, but let's talk about them. We've got they're called Texture Chic, Memories and More, the cards and envelopes. You get 20 card bases and 20 envelopes, and they're gorgeous. Can you see the metallic with the floral? The envelopes are beautiful. This goes all the way through the print, so if you're one of those people that like to cut your envelopes apart and use the pretty paper, you can. The card bases measure, they're a little bit bigger than our A2 cards. They measure 4.25 by, 4.5 by 6.5. So they're a little bit bigger cards, but they're really quite nice. But I just wanted to point that out to you so that you aren't cutting your mats and your designer series paper based on an A2 size card. All right, so these are on sale that just through today because the products refresh tomorrow. But these are normally $12 for the pack of 20 cards and 20 envelopes, and they're on sale for $9.60. All right. Then the next thing that's on sale are the summer shadow dies. These really probably don't look like much in here, but I've got some card samples to show you, and I also have a card that we can make during the live. But the summer shadow dies are normally $34. They're on sale for $27.20. The brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. They are normally $9. They're on sale for $8.10. And as you can see, I've really used quite a few of mine already. The pale papaya open weave ribbon, normally $7, is on sale for $6.30. Then this rose gold specialty paper is beautiful. So you have like this hologram foil. Then you have a shiny rose gold and this dull rose gold. You get, how many sheets? You get 6 12 by 12. So they're big like this. I've cut these down to 6 by 6. But 2 12 by 12 sheets of each of these beautiful specialty papers. So check those out. They coordinate beautifully with our copper embossing powder and the copper metallic adhesive dots. And then this is the shaded summer stamp set. Now this is not on sale, but this coordinates with the dies. And they are standalone, but just so that you know, this is the outline for this one. There's the outline for this one. And there's also the outline for this little piece of weeds right here. And like I said, stay tuned till the end because you're going to want to see I've done up a bunch of samples using these products. Now this is the inside of the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. This is current through April of 2023. And the shaded summer stamp set is right up at the top of page 102. So very versatile. The sentiments, the font are all good in that one. And then you can see the ones that are highlighted are the ones that have the matching dies from the summer shadow dies that I said are on sale. Okay, are you ready? There's a bunch more stuff too, so be sure to click the link and check out all of the stuff that's on the weekly deals. But I wanted to point out to you what I'm going to be using. So today we're going to make a card using, of course, the Texture Chic envelope and card base. So our card base is already scored. We just have to match up our edges, take the bone folder, give it a good crease. All right, so there's that. We're going to be using what did I do with all my little pieces now? Oh, here they are. We're going to be using a piece of the, this is the more satin finish rose gold. And this piece measures 3.5 by 5.5. And that's going to layer on here. And then I have a piece of basic white. And this is 3.25 by 5.25. And that's going to layer up on here. And then I have a scrap piece of pale papaya, which matches our background here and the paper on the inside of the envelope. And using this label die that comes from the Waves dies, I simply ran it through the die cutting machine, and this is the label, and it's really, really pretty. You get the open ends and then the stitching all the way around. The other thing I should mention is that the card that I'm going to be making with you this afternoon was totally inspired by my teammate Sandy Mines, and you can check her out at Tisher Hill Stampers. All right, so here's our card. Looks like this. How pretty, right? If you're out there. Hey, Joyce. Hello, hello. I'm glad you'll catch the replay. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing. So whenever I go live, I'm not very good at looking at my comments. I have to get better at that. All right, so what I want to do first of all is I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. I'm going to lay my piece down. My ink colors that I've chosen to use are Soft Suede, Crumb Cake, and the Pale Papaya. And for whatever reason, I don't feel like I use Pale Papaya very often, and it's really pretty, so I don't know why I don't. But I'm going to be using the smaller of the floral pieces there, and I've got it mounted on block D. I'm going to ink that up, just moving it around on my ink pad. And I'm going to stamp one up here. And I'm going to ink up again. And stamp down here. So they're just kind of opposite corners, okay? Then the next thing I want to do is bring in my crumb cake. Like that. And I want my little, I don't know, looks like a little sprig, right? And I'm just going to ink that up with my crumb cake. And I'm going to go around and just kind of randomly fill in my blank spots using the crumb cake. And two, I love that this has like a fall flair to it. I would think that Pale Papaya would be like springy, which it is, but here I go again. I don't know if Donna's on or not, but I probably could have used the turntable again for that, right? I don't have one, but it sounds fun. Okay, so our next step in this is I'm going to bring in my die cut label. And remember me telling you to stay tuned because I've got some really, really beautiful samples to share with you. I'm going to use the happy birthday. That again is one of the sentiments here in this set, the shaded summer. And I'm going to stamp that with soft suede. So inking it up and then just stamping it right in my frame or my label, whatever you want to call it. And now we'll bring this together with our card. It's ready to assemble. Now remember, we have those beautiful Texture Chic and the rose gold specialty paper. So I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal to the back of this piece. And I'm just going to layer it up on the foil. I call it foil. It's really, they're calling it specialty paper, but you know. All right, so let's bring in our pale papaya ribbon. And you guys, are you noticing all of the sale products I'm using? This ribbon, remember, is on sale. And I'm going to just bring this around and tie it over here on the side. There we have it. I'll get my ribbon scissors and trim. And then I'm going to pop this up on, I'm going to grab my other sheet of dimensionals. So I'm going to give this one on each corner. And then I'll do a couple in the middle just because these, like I said, this card is just a little bit bigger. I want my take your pick tool. Take my backings off. All right. And now I can put that right up on the center of my card. And I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to take a couple more dimensionals. And I'm going to take the backing off from both sides so that they're both sticky. And I'm just going to slide this under because I want to pop up the label just a little bit. Okay? So there we go. And now let's bring in that other sale item, the metallic adhesive back dots, brushed metallic, no less. I'm going to take a big one. I'm going to put that right in here. And I want a smaller one. I'll add that up here. And I'll do another bigger one down here. Ta-da! You guys, how easy is that? Mary Alice, hi! I know. So today is the last day for these, this suite, or this, what do I want to say, selection of products for the weekly deals because it refreshes tomorrow. So anyway, there's the card. I really love it. Like I said, inspired by my teammate, Sandy Mines. And she had done it when the Waves of the Ocean promotion were out. And hers was just a little bit different. I'll show that to you because if you have some of that beautiful foil left. But here's the card that Sandy had created for us. Isn't it pretty? She used the Night of Navy in the sprigs and Pacific Point with the foil, and then she used the white crinkle ribbon and the sentiment from Celebrate You. So beautiful card, Sandy. You inspired me to use it with today's projects. What do I have happening over there? I know, Mary Alice, those blues are gorgeous, but this Texture Chic is really fun to work with. Let me show you. And then, of course, you don't have to do anything with your envelope because that's already decorated too. So let me show you the other things. I started creating with these sale products, and it was hard to stop. But this brings in a few more products. But I have this where I used the paper, which I didn't talk about. This is available in the annual catalog too. It's called Texture Chic, and it has all of these beautiful patterns with the metallic inlays on them. I think you can see the reflection on there. It's gorgeous. So is what I did for this one is I took that I'm calling it dull, but it's more of a satin finish. And I cut out the solid part of the flower. And then with the outline, I cut out the shiny, not the iridescent, not the hologram, but cut out the outline. And then I did the leaves. I used the coordinating colors of Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen. So I did the base with Soft Succulent and the overlay or the filigree piece. And then I stamped Happy Birthday on a piece of pale pink, petal pink, and stamped it with soft suede. And then I just fussy cut out and around. And I had my 2 pieces of designer series paper in the background. So that's kind of fun. And again, using the rose gold and then the Texture Chic cards and envelopes. I thought it was really a pretty card. I thought it would make a great birthday card. I have lots of September birthdays, so birthdays are on my mind right now, but I'll set that up here. And then here's another one. This one, I did take out the copper embossing folder. I stamped that spray of flowers, and I stamped the little seedy sprigs with Versamark. And then heat embossed them with the copper embossing folder. I used the fun border dies with the rose gold, stamped Happy Birthday right on the card, and again added the brushed metallics. I really like that. Oh, and the other thing is, if you got the timber embossing folder during Celebration, that's what I did to the Soft Succulent piece in the back, is I embossed it with the timber embossing folder. And then this was just a piece of designer series paper that I think coordinates beautifully with this. And again, that's from the Texture Chic designer series paper. So there's another birthday card. I don't want to cover these up because I want you to be able to see them all. Here's another that I did. This is from, what's that called? Peaceful Moments Dies, I believe. So I cut out that circle. I just tied a really big bow with the Pale Papaya open weave ribbon. I used some of the Evening Evergreen window pane ribbon, and then glued that down onto the card base. And then when I die cut, and the foil that I used, or the specialty paper that I used, is the hologram. Can you see the different reflections in there? I did the solid piece of the flower in petal pink and the filigree overlays with just basic white, and I sponged them just a little bit with a sponge dauber and pale pink ink. And then I did tone on tone for my leaves. And I think you can see that. But all I did was die cut the filigree piece with the Soft Succulent. Added a Happy Birthday. That was a horizontal saying, but I just snipped it in half and layered it up that way. And again, used my metallic adhesive back dots. So we get a thumbs up, a thumbs down. What are you thinking about the alternates here? Kind of fun, aren't they? And then just because I loved how these turned out with the satin finish and the shiny over the top, I did another one here, and this one I took the scalloped contour dies and cut out the scalloped edge with the stitching, and then I just cut a piece of the Designer Series paper small enough to fit inside, added both of the flowers. There's like this poppy looking one and then more of a petaled flower. So I did both of those, used the Beautiful Shapes dies for this circle, stamped the thank you from the Shaded Summer in soft suede, and then added my copper pieces. All right, you guys, there's my 5 samples to show you the endless possibilities with this week's weekly deals. Don't miss out. Get there, get them while they're on sale. All right, until next time, bye for now.